Hello, everyone. This is Dr. B with Gut Busting Entertainment, their spiritual advisor. And I'm coming to you with part 2 on the topic of companionship. In our earlier part 1, we described what companionship was, and that it is a closeness that you have with the individual. Many times you have similarities and you spend time with them. And not only do you spend time with them, but you are there for them. So if I were to define companionship in a nutshell, it would be simply having someone around. But I would go even further than that, and I would say having someone around that wants to be around, that enjoys being around, and that is there without asking. They're there by choice. A companion. We're going to go a little further today, and we're going to talk about the difference between a relationship and companionship. Again, as we stated before, companionship is a personal connection between two. I also let you know and stated in part 1 that a companion can also be a pet. Many people prefer a pet because they don't want to feel obligated. And so however long they may leave that pet, however long they may be away from the pet, when they come back, they can count on a certain type of attitude, a certain type of welcoming that the pet will give them many times that human beings will not. But that particular pet is trusted and treated as if it is a human, because to them, that is what they need. That is what that individual desires. A relationship can apply to that which is personal, but it also applies to that which is professional and business. And each of these type of relationships can be distant in emotion as well as location. So a companion, and the word companionship usually deals with more intimacy than the word relationship, because there's various types. When you have companionship, it can assist in keeping your mind active. The reason why your mind is active is because you have that person, that individual, that pet, that significant one there. And you don't go into this mental or physical isolation. This particular being offers you the opportunity to be able to articulate, to describe, to think, to share, and engage you in conversation and encourage mental stimulation and positive thinking, sharing. I am not familiar with some illnesses, as others may be. But I can say, even when your loved one has been attacked by dementia or Alzheimer's, where people feel that they have lost the one that they remember, that may no longer remember them, they have a tendency to fall away from and leave that individual because they want to deal with the one that they knew. But we fail to realize that even in situations like that, I believe that those individuals, no matter how lost they may appear to be in their mental state, still desires someone to be there for them physically. Still looks forward to that warmth, hearing that voice, feeling that touch, and realizing that I am not forgotten. I may not be able to communicate with you the way that I used to. I may not be able to recall or retrieve your name and various incidents, but what I can do is I can be here and I look forward to your presence. The fact that we show up for those who are lost in their minds because of the attack of disease and illnesses does not mean that they do not require a companion. And that is why we can only imagine why many love their pets so much. Because the pets will stay. They will lay in their laps. They will lay at their feet. And they will suffer with them in silence. But their presence will not divorce them. Their consistency of being around is forever in utmost of their particular obligations that they feel. And only if we, who are greater than any animal, would consider such a task. Companion. There are also different types of relationships that some of us engage in. There is a sexless, I think I got it now, a sexless relationship called celibacy. Celibacy is a choice. And there are people who are happy in being celibate. It's not because of a medical, mental, emotional, or physical limitation, but it's a choice that they have made for whatever reason. And yet they are happy with the choice, in the choice, because there are other choices that are fulfilling to them. But that doesn't mean that they don't need the presence of an individual. It means that they're just not sexually active with the individual with whom they admire, appreciate, and look forward to their presence. I wish we could understand that we are more than a physical being. And yes, when you're younger and your hormones are raging, or any age in which you have stimulated yourself to the place that you feel that physical activity is the only answer, my question would be, what will you do when that no longer is the utmost thing that you need? When that does not satisfy, when that no longer is what it used to be, Have you been and have you learned how to be the person that can offer their presence without any strings attached? That your smile is worth more than you being able to be physically capable. That when our bodies no longer agree with what our mind and memory is, do you have what it takes to keep the person happy? Because your touch, your presence, your gifts, which are you, is more than enough. You fill the room with happiness. When you come, you bring peace. You bring laughter. When you show up, that's when my day begins. And when you leave, if I can't go with you, that's when my day seems to end. Are you that kind of companion? Can that be said about you? Oh, there is a lot to being a companion for someone. Some of us are not even aware that you may have extended someone else's life just by being consistent with your presence, coming and engaging them in life. Oh no, we're not going to always be able to run fast. Some of us never ran fast to begin with when we were young. You're not going to always be able to climb the trees and do backflips and play on the monkey bars or the seesaw and slide down the slide. Because if some of us tried to slide down the slide, we would get stuck today. Because it's only made for children. So what do? Some people get married for companionship because they realize that love is not the only reason. They pursue their goals, but they feel the full support of their partner. And they realize that the companionship is greater to them many times than even love that they must learn. Companionship is a gift that I believe everyone don't have, because everyone's not willing to be one. Thelma and Louise, Bonnie and Clyde, all the ones that we want to think of many times. The pairs, no matter whether it was right or wrong. Paul and Silas. These people, Naomi and Ruth, Adam and Eve, companions. I have someone to talk to. Many of you who are single, And I know I was single for a long time. After I had taken care of everyone else and did what I was supposed to do for everyone else, I would come home to a quiet place. And there were times it was good because I didn't have to cook for anyone and I didn't have to worry about whatever because someone else wanted something. But it would have been good from time to time for me to come home to someone glad to see me. It got so bad for a while that my children said, "We're going to get you a dog." We're going to get you a pet. Because when you have given out to everyone else, you would like to come home to someone who is just like you, who has similar likes, who knows who you are, who's waiting to take your shoes off and to rub your back and to tell you that they love you and how was your day. To help you in the kitchen and to look at you and smile and tell you that they are blessed to have you as their companion, as their mate, as their friend. It began in Genesis when God had Adam to name everything that he had made from out of the dust of the earth. And each of them had a companion. They were two of the same kind. Everyone but him. And he was told, "It is not good for man to be alone." But God made sure that even Adam had a companion. I trust that this video helped you today. For those of you who are companions for other people, you are a great treasure. You are doing a great thing. Don't stop. Be there. You have no idea how long you are extending their life. This is Dr. B with Gut Bustin' Entertainment. Thank you for listening. If you would like to get in touch with me, once again, my email address is dr.b.gbe@gmail, the number 8, @gmail.com. I'll say that again. I have not used it in a while. So let me say it so that you can have it and be aware of where to send it. dr.b.gbe, the number 8, @gmail.com. Thank you. Bye.